Welcome, Collective. This is a reading for all signs, centered around the week of August 11th through the 17th. And I am operating under the energy of the full moon in Aquarius, which has just occurred on Sunday, the day this message is coming out. So I am feeling particularly a beautiful resonant energy that is encouraging us to unify, to integrate, to layer our understanding and our experience in a way that directs us towards higher goals, greater understanding, and more inclusion in the world. The overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Discs, and this is actually this is the Knight of Pentacles in traditional decks. It's the way that this deck is ordered, but this is describing that energy of enthusiasm, of spiritual clarity and inspiration that is motivating you at this time. That you are inspired by your own beliefs and desire to move forward in a way that others want to follow. This is unconscious leadership by the strength and clarity of your actions, by the passion that you exude. Underneath the deck, we have the Oracle of Vessels, which is equivalent to the Page of Cups in other decks. This is really about this open-hearted innocence, this sense of being purified and cleansed through your own deep healing process that continues to move forward, so that you are open up to not only your own emotions, the range of your emotions, understanding the value and power of your feelings to affirm and verify what is right for you, what sees you, what supports you, but also the power of your imagination. This is your creative rainbow bridge. This is what allows you to put all of your wisdom together in a way that expresses who you are at your most vulnerable. And therein lies the challenge. I've also pulled an oracle card from the Seed and Sickle deck. And I pulled the Mandrake, which is a number 50, which reduces to a 5. And 5s are always about change. And the Mandrake reads, not only do the roots of the Mandrake grow in the form of a human, but there are also many tales of this little familiar taking on a life of its own and dispensing wisdom, wealth, and even visions of the future. You may not have a personal mandragora to point the way, but there are other signs and sources of guidance in your life leading you forwards. Keep your eye peeled for those little prophets throughout the next few days. That's lovely. I want to remind you that this is an invitation to meditate on those energies that emerge from your own unconscious into your consciousness, so that you can look at, consider, review, and move forward in a way that represents your best interest, your highest interest. So in the 10th house, this is the way you are fitting into the world and the way others see you. The 3 of Discs, very auspicious for creating, producing something as part of a team of collaborators, as a part of equal, whole, powerful experts in some realm that is aligned with your own, and consciously developing something that is beautiful, that is long-lasting, that is a resource to others. This is really about bringing your vision down to earth, being practical, making something happen, applying your spiritual values to the necessities of human life. In the first house, the 5 of Vessels, the 5 of Cups, is talking about the way in which you consult your past experiences, the source of lessons and healing, cleansing that you have undergone as a result of understanding a pattern that you once chose on the basis of a misguided effort to gain love from another. This can look like overgiving, oversharing, overloving, so that you end up experiencing rejection or exclusion, certainly disappointment, heartache. And yet, from each of those lessons, if you've understood your role in these disappointments, you've come to a place of recognizing that the one person who cannot disappoint you is you, and that you have instead turned to building up this relationship with yourself. This relationship with yourself now has the benefit of getting to know what your dreams, your aspirations are, not making assumptions about what you want or need, because you're developing that within yourself. You're acknowledging that you do have potentials, you do have desires, and you are worthy of aspiring towards those. In the fourth house of your home, your foundation, even your soul, the Chariot card. This is a beautiful card of self-acceptance. This is a card where we stop comparing ourselves to other people. We stop looking around at what others need and complying because we can, never really understanding that we are made the way we are because our unique gifts demand it. So you're not trying to fit in anymore. You're not trying to be like others who you think have found success. And there's really no way you can know that. Instead, you are setting up clear boundaries. You're turning away from those habitual habits of overgiving, those distractions that pull you away from the sacred work that you're here to do. So that through this whole self, bringing your whole self with all of your contradictions to bear on a goal, you move rapidly and fiercely forward. You're almost unstoppable. And the speed of the Chariot can be fearsome. So it is a way of saying that you're breaking through something that previously held you back. A sense of reality that no longer feels as though it is imminent. That you can create your reality by working to contribute your gift to the world. And in the seventh house, this is the house of significant others, we have the Six of Wings. This is a Six of Swords. This card is the recovery card. This is about healing, conscious healing, moving away from something that was felt intractable, felt chaotic, felt as though you couldn't get an elbow in to contribute to the solution or to a peaceful resolution or contribute anything to a situation that was conflicted. And instead, you are moving away for your own sanity, for your own peace. You're looking for that resolution as well as acceptance. An acceptance that things were the way they were for a reason. Sometimes the move away from the situation is temporary, so you can get some space, so you can gain some peace and some acceptance, and sometimes you can return to recontribute. But in a relationship, this feels as though you are removing yourself from a series of misalignments. There are things that have popped up in perhaps a significant relationship that don't sit right, that don't feel like your truth, that don't feel like a truth. but are a source of conflict, a source of challenge, debate, argument. And so you are recognizing that this is perhaps not the situation for you. And by looking more closely at your own past and behavior, habits and patterns, you're understanding why you don't have to choose this again. If you're finding that this reading is resonating for you, please like this video, share it with others if you feel it will be helpful for them, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank you so much for helping me to spread the word and to have more people see my readings. So I'm going to clarify now the Five of Vessels in the first house with two cards. So we have I'm going to put it this way. The Four of Pentacles and the Sun card, second house, third house. Love this. The Five of Pentacles echoes a bit of the Five of Vessels, or the Five of Cups here, where you're looking to change not only the way you love, the way you give attention, the way you care, the way you nurture, the way you exchange, but you are looking at your material circumstance, the limitation of those, and you're wanting to change that. You know it can be changed. You're also looking at, this is a 4, not a 5, I caught that. You're also looking at the way that you may be resisting your own healing through finding ongoing comfort and escape in the habits of daily life that take you out of your reality, take you out of challenges or difficulties. So the ways that you may soothe yourself, the foods you may eat, the Netflix and chill habits and opportunities, the material comforts, the clothes, the things that keep you feeling safe and secured, even anchored down to the planet. And these are things that provide you certainly the safety that you desire, but they are not things that are promoting necessarily your willingness to choose something different. They can be a good foundation for you to move forward on. In other words, you need some stability and security in your life. And that can be a positive impetus to move towards your happiness. I do see a positive value in you separating and discreetly what is yours versus what belongs to someone else. And that is a very productive result. And that also is the ground on which you are able to participate in a collaboration in which you bring equal value to a group of individuals that have a variety of expertise. So that's important to you because having this foundation gives you the space to contribute, to truly imagine, to truly work with others to create something, to build on a vision. The Sun card is indicating that you understand that your happiness is in this sharing experience, in this experience of creation. In many ways, it validates the resources you have. And you're making a real pivot from the sense of loss and regret and remorse to the sense that I have everything that I need. I have an abundant world to participate in. I'm grateful. I'm full of joy. And that joy uplifts everyone on the team, reminds everyone of the sacred nature of what you're doing. The Chariot in the fourth house is clarified by the Knight of Cups in the fifth house and the Ace of Wands in the sixth house. So the Knight of Cups, I believe, no, that was the Page of Cups. Okay, so here we have a creative space where you're really allowing yourself to engage your heart and your desires. You're really allowing yourself to be more than passionate, to be sensitive, to be empathic, to be intuitive regarding the best ways to express yourself creatively, the best way to find the fuel for something productive, something tangible that you want to create. But that has to start in the imagination. And you're kind of loosing up your experiences into the gems that you've collected from those, no matter how heartbreaking those experiences were. And you're taking that, and together you are building something new. You're creating something new. If that in and of itself is a collaborative team, a partnership, a group of you that works again across the board in an equitable manner so that all members of the team are respected, heard, understood, valued, and can contribute equally to the solution or the creation of something, thereby sharing the credit for that success. So this is all about your heart's desire, activating that, engaging others in that, and creating not just a product or a service, but a process of achieving that that also resonates highly with your goals. In the 7th house, the 6 of Wands is clarified by the World card in the 8th house and the Ace of Cups in the 9th house. Love this. So we've got another ace here, which is always good. The World card is talking about the way in which you are closing out an experience of struggle, loss, and you are turning the corner around all that this has prepared you for. So the loss helped you understand what you do want, who you truly are. The ability to create a foundation gives you the independence that you need to always make choices that are right for you. And the sun here is increasingly prompting you towards your own fulfillment of gifts. Remember how you came into the world full of promise, gifts, talent, uh, special skills, unique abilities, and joy. And that is centering your movement forward, creating something, producing something tangible and useful for others gives you joy. Not just the product, but the process of getting there is a joyful one as well, one in which you're interacting with others, you're evolving something together. And the powerful love and attention that you are bringing to whatever it is you're creating, the way that you're sharing this gift, it feels like you're creating something that will be shared very broadly. The waters cover the entire planet. Our planet is 3/4, if not more, of water. So this is a means of transport, a means of communication, a universal language of power, of emotional depth, of experience that is being used to generate the distribution of what you're creating, what you're building together. You've already received some recognition for the work that you have done, and that is contributed to the foundation that you now have in order to do this work free of material concerns. You don't need a lot to have that security, and you're really utilizing that to create something new and powerful that will be shared very broadly, very widely. In the 10th house, the 3 of discs is clarified by the temperance in the 11th house and the Lovers in the 12th house. You are well aware that the healing that you are experiencing is not accidental. This is something you have worked very long and hard at until you finally understood that it is the healing process that is the creative process. So as you mine your own experiences, for better or worse, including the challenges and obstacles, you understand that that is you literally recrafting an experience into something that is useful, a gift, a lesson, an experience of gratitude. And this work, this alchemical work that you're doing within yourself, refining your baser nature, accessing that spiritual goal, that truthfulness, that ability to move towards the kind of unity that the world so sorely needs right now, is an option that you are aware is parallel to your own personal evolution and transformation. The Lovers is putting you in the divine position of choosing between something that is familiar and nets you predictable results, or something that is crafted each step of the way. And by relationship, I'm thinking about relationship not just to significant others or a team of others, but to your passion, to your purpose. This is something you craft when you find those connections that are equal to the tasks, that are aligned with your values, and that you can agree to at every step of the way to support one another, to work towards the bigger work, the great work. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Soul's Journey card, and this is all about the week ahead. So my readings, I believe, are timeless, but I also understand that in our busy world, sometimes it's helpful to have markers. And I pulled self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Deeply appreciated. I'm so full. Until next time, collective, namaste.